Wednesday, or should I say happy hump day. This is Danita here in sunny Central Florida. Um, Here for another day is some life-size Frankenstein fun. Yes, indeed. Let me get my other phone going so I can chat with whoever joins. Plus, I'm a little early. I'm 20 minutes early. So I know nobody's here right now. I'm talking to the wind in my hair. So I'm going to finish a couple of my little corn chips and get set up. You probably, if you're watching this at a later video, you could probably skip ahead about, I don't know, 5, 10, 20 minutes. Unless you just want to watch me do tiddly little stuff. Come on, phone. There I am. There I am. I am alive. He is alive. He is alive. Ooh, what's this heart? What is this that I just found over here? How come I can't do anything? Oh, that's what that is. Oh, this phone is so slow. That's why I had to upgrade. Alright, let me write a little message to everybody. Well, I was going to use that as a table. Whoops, can't spell today. My live was scheduled for 4 o'clock. I cannot type. I have fat little fingers. What is that? I don't know. I want to do a little emoji. How can I do a little emoji? Oh, here it is. Whoops. Wow, look at all these little emojis. I didn't realize you could do this on YouTube. Look at all these little emojis. I'm going to do one. I don't know which one. This one looks like it's waving hello. There we go. Okay. I have a little bit of progress since the last week's live. Real quick, I found this old coaster. It's got some really old needles in it. I mean, you could see, look how old, I mean, I think these needles have been in here, look at that, a very long time. And actually, this one is rusting. I'm not even going to keep these needles. They're rusted. They sat in here for so long. This is all rust. Okay, that's gone. I want to adjust my camera here. Just a smidgen. And if you are new, please let me know in the comments where you're from. If you are new to plastic canvas, or if you're a well-seasoned, experienced one, I would love to know how long you've been doing it. And also, if you have done this is the life-size Frankenstein. Oh no, did I forget the pattern? I did. The life-size Frankenstein from Herrschners. I might have left the pattern outside. I always, it never fails, leave something behind. I'm just chewing on some little corn tortillas there. I do have some progress, but what did did I do with the pattern? Let me make sure it's not hiding around here. So far, okay, let me step out to my desk and grab my pattern. Okie dokie, I found it. Alright. Sorry about that. So this is the life-size Herrschners. I'm sorry about my cord here. My phone is on the charger. Let me see if I can fix this. I don't like this cord. There we go. The life-size Frankie Fun from Herrschners. You can go to Herrschners.com if you're interested. They only sell it by the kit. You have to buy the entire kit, which kind of stinks. Because I'm not completely thrilled with the yarn that comes with it. It's okay yarn. I wouldn't buy it. I don't think it's thick enough. I find it's too thin. I mean, you can see it's doing okay. It's doing its job, but I like a little bit thicker yarn. I think for better coverage. I don't like to see any of the canvas. But anyway, so this is, I'm not sure what this is. As you can see, the progress I have. The face one, I cut some little strips because, let me cut some more. I'm debating whether or not to give him stitches on his mouth. I cannot decide. I'm like torn. I'm 50-50. I'm putting these here just to kind of see what it looks like if he had stitches in his mouth. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, please. I am looking for somebody's opinion. I like it. I think it gives him a whole different look because I think it makes him a little bit more Halloween-ish, spooky, but then at the same time, he's more like a less, here he's not spooky at all. He's just like a person. He's got his little frog in his pocket. You know, he looks harmless here. He's just a guy that has bolts in his neck and he's green. Here, you know, and it's a little bit different with the stitches on his mouth. I don't know. I can't decide. I have time to decide. But please, I would love to know what your thoughts are on the stitches. So the hands, this one is done. I went ahead and I've done a little outline on the nails. I like it, so I do have to finish it on this one. And I'm going to go ahead and do that while I wait for other people to come in. So let me grab a needle out of my needle minder. Which one, short needle or long needle or medium? I'm going to go with, since this is a finer yarn, I'm going to use a smaller eyed needle. And again, my name is Danita. I live here in Central Florida. I am the owner, designer, and operator of UndoKarma here on YouTube. I also UndoKarma on Etsy. I have an Etsy shop where I sell pre-cut plastic canvas shapes and plastic canvas patterns. And I'm also on Facebook under Cut My Canvas. Those are all the places you can find me. I also have a Pinterest where I like to pin a lot of my designs. If you're a Pinterest person, I'm on Pinterest under UndoKarma as well. I do not have TikTok. I do not do Instagram. I don't do any other social. I just don't have time for all of them, unfortunately. I like the outline sometimes. I think sometimes it helps bring the colors out and the design out. So this will just take me a moment. And then I have some pieces to cut during the live today. And then we can see where I'm at. I've almost got the pieces. I've just been doing the outlines on all the pieces so that I can get them cut out. I want to get the pieces cut out. Yeah. It'll be easier for stitching, I believe. In my opinion, I believe so. I've been doing plastic canvas for, let's see, how old am I? 56. I would say, just let's say a good estimate of 40 years. And this black thread I'm using, I believe, is just a 2-ply yarn. It's a very thin yarn. You could use like a black floss, like a DMC black floss if you wanted to. Or you could take a regular 4-ply strand of yarn and just separate it into 2 plies. That works. I've done that before. It's a great way to do a little outlining, as I call it. Alright, let's do this thumb, and then this will be, oh, look at that, my canvas. The canvas just cracked right there in between the thumb. I think Frankenstein here has some dry hands. Needs a little lotion. Oops. Okay, I almost got this done. I'm not gonna cut anything out until a little after 4 because I want to give people a time to come in. A lot of people don't get here till right around 4, sometimes just a little after. Some of the ladies, last time we had some of the gents popped in for the first time. It was nice to see them. I am hearing a strange noise out my window. I have to take a peek right here real quick. I don't know. Very strange. Okay. There we have it. Alright, now his hands are complete. Oh my goodness, he's losing his stitches. He's popped his stitches, people. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm just gonna do it. Let me get my needle back. I'm just gonna do it. And be done with it. I like the stitches. That's all that matters. He's gonna be hanging on my wall, so all that matters. What I think about it, right? I would still love to know if you would do the stitches or not. Just curious to see how many would and how many wouldn't. There's no wrong answer at all. It's just a curiosity thing. Okay. Let's see here. Let's do... I don't know if I should do big stitches, little stitches. Okay, I can deal with that. I don't have to worry about Frankenstein talking anymore. He can't say nothing now, can he? There we go. I like it. If I decide later on that I don't like it, it's just a snip, snip, snip. For now, I like it. If I ever change my mind, just undo it. It's that easy. Now I don't have to worry about him popping his stitches no more. People, this is Flat Jesus. Just if you're wondering, this is one of my designs, my flat characters. Adult dolls, you could say. He is grooving today. He decided to join us. You can find the pattern for him. Oh, I don't know if the pattern for him is in my Etsy shop or not. I will have to get it in there if it's not. You can also get him from me on Facebook. The face is done. The hands are done. And let's see what I have. This is what I have cut out so far. So we have the head, the hands. Now this is his neck. So this is his neck. And this is the continuation of his shirt. And then I did finish. This is the bottom of his shirt, and then it goes into his pants. And I just finished today his legs. So I'm going to cut this out in a little bit. So now I can cut this piece out. And I did an arm. This is one arm, so this will be able to get cut out. And so that leaves me, let's see what I have left to do. I just did this arm, so I have to do this arm. This was the bottom of his legs. I just finished. So I have the other arm. Let's see. And then I have, that was, okay, so that was one arm, both pieces for one arm. This is both pieces for the other arm. And then this is one left lower leg. And I have the right lower leg. And then I have his left shoe and right shoe. And then that yes, then that is it. So that's all I have left. So I mean, that is just to have get the pieces to cut out. I'm just doing the outline. So I'm doing the outermost black outline of each piece. So I can get the pieces cut out. I think it'll just make it a little easier to work with, in my opinion. So I'll cut these out in a little bit. I have some black yarn left on this one, so I'm going to go ahead and work on some more of this black stitching, because there's actually 2 rows all the way around. Each piece is outlined in 2 rows of black. So I'm going to finish off this piece of yarn and do that. Let's see, 1, 2. 4. Now Herrschners also has, if you're unfamiliar with Herrschners, They also have a life-size Santa, a life-size snowman, and I just recently realized they have a large, it's not quite as large, I think it's like a 4-foot Easter bunny. And I would absolutely love to do all of them. So I believe I'm going to do the life-size snowman next. As soon as I get this guy finished, yes. I'm going to work on the life-size snowman. So if you're thinking about, if you're like been wanting to do the jumbo life sizes from Herrschners, but you've been like a little intimidated by the size, or whatever reason, I hope these videos will help. I will be going live. I try to go live every Tuesday. I had to cancel yesterday and into today. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. But usually it's Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time here on YouTube. Occasionally, if I'm free, I will do another week. I always put a notification on my Facebook page. At least I try to give a 24-hour notice and then like a 30-minute to 1 hour notice before I go live on my Facebook. So if you're following my Facebook, you'll know. Sometimes I do just get a hair up my butt and decide to go live. I do that occasionally on my Facebook page. I do go live a lot on there as well. I do go live every Monday morning around 10 a.m. while I work on the week's auctions, because on my Facebook page on Mondays I post auctions for pre-cut plastic canvas shapes, and they run until Friday. Anybody can bid, and on Friday I end the auctions, and the person with the highest bidder wins that auction. Yeah, it's fun. People love it. It's exciting. So on Mondays, when I'm cutting out the auctions, people that join the live can help decide what I'm going to cut for that week's auctions. Somebody's behind me.
Hello.
Hi, hubby.
Hello, wife.
Did you just get home? Well,
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Okay.
Enjoy.
I didn't realize I was sitting here stitching off camera. Fix this a little. I tend to do that sometimes. And I'm not paying attention. You get to yapping. There we go. I could probably go a little bit more. I have a habit of bringing the project really close to me when I stitch. Does anybody else do that? Do you stitch up close to yourself? Or am I just a weirdo? I can't wait to get all the pieces cut out so that I can really start stitching the fun stuff. Let's see, what can I talk about? Well, what's going on my Facebook? I've been doing some clean out, and I've had to stop doing custom orders. And fortunately, I'm only going to be able to do custom orders for the people that are signed up for my Google Drive. Yeah, because I do also do Etsy. It keeps me busy, and that's just all I can handle. Plus, I like to design and stitch myself, so that'll give me more time to do that, because I have a mile-long list of designs that I've been asked to design. Let's see, where am I? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the last one. Okay. Yeah. So the very next, I'm currently working on some holiday lights garlands. This is one of them here. This is a simple one. It Valentine lights. Or the camera's not up there anymore, but I've got. See, I just finished the St. Patrick's Day lights, and then I'm working on the Easter. Then I will do Patriotic, and I can't think of. Is there any other holiday? Is there any holidays between the Patriotic 4th of July and Thanksgiving? I can't think of any. What time do we have here? 4:07. It's still a little early before I start cutting. I think what I'll do is just get started on the second arm here. Okay, now I just noticed something. So as you can see, the arm. Oh, okay, I know. So the hand. Let me look at the. Okay. Hi, Tina. Welcome. How are you? Okay, so this piece here, I see they have it. It looks like you might see my head pop in here. Okay, so it looks like this piece goes on top of the hand. All right. It just had me a little confused because there was no black outline there. I'm going to start it this way. I don't really want to put... How are you, Tina? How's your Wednesday? Happy hump day. Oh, I forgot this. I have bad thumb here, so this does help. This is not the copper glove I wear when I'm cutting. This one's more for stitching. Okay, so this one here I'm going to use for his other arm. I'm just going to get started on it. And then here in a minute we're going to cut out some of these pieces. What am I doing? Needle. A lot of the inside, all the green, all the basic stitches I will be doing off camera. I'll be doing some while I'm live, but most of it will be off camera. Tina says she's having a horrible back pain. Oh no, since 12:40 last night. She's exhausted. My grandbrats are here again. That's 2 days in a row. Oh, what a horrible time to have to deal with the grandbabes when you're already in pain and agony. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Hopefully somebody can relieve you, like, soon from the grandbabes. Yeah. That can't be easy. Okay, so since I am doing this black outline, I'm gonna start this stitch right here. This bottom stitch here. I don't know if you can see or not. And then I'm going to work my way up this way. So I got to count how many stitches until this one, so I know where to start on the canvas. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 stitches over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm going to move this underneath me so that you can see the canvas a little better. Ugh. I know I've pulled my back once or twice. I'm sure it's probably not the same as yours, but it's no fun when your back hurts, let me tell you. And then when you got grandbrats, especially young ones, or young kids, doesn't just young kids in general. Jeez, that's rough. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. I will work on this just a tad bit, and then we will cut the other pieces out. This is, you know, a little bit time consuming, and then I will be able to stitch much faster. Once all of this tedious work is done. Oh my goodness, I forgot to make dinner or nothing. I'm getting hungry. Somebody wanna send me some dinner? No, just joking. Just being silly. I am hungry though. Alright, 19 stitches up. 2. Right now I am doing the single stitch, also known as the continental stitch. Coming up from the bottom of the stitch, going down in the top right of the stitch. Twelve, 13, 14. I just had an idea, but let me finish counting. 15, 16, 17, 18, last stitch. Actually, you know what? I think this is making my thumb hurt more. It was not hurting until I put that on. Stupid thing. I have. Alright, I'm gonna cut these out. And I got 3 pieces to cut out here. And what I wanted to do is bring the phone down on this piece here. I want to do a close-up so you can see how I'm cutting it. For anybody that needs to learn how to cut a piece after you've stitched it. I think that is a marvelous idea. Let's get these out of the way. Everybody say hi. Father Jesus came to watch us and make sure everybody behaves on the live. I'm going to move Frankenstein's head, his big head and hands, up there. Okay, so this piece is already cut, so I am wrong. I only have 2 pieces to cut. I was wrong. So this one is the legs. Now on this one here, let me get the pattern. Let me get the pattern. Where is it this one? many pages to this pattern. Okay, so on here I just ran out of yarn. I didn't have enough. Now, if you're new to watching these, I've left a couple rows up top. Not a now on the pattern, it wants you to leave 8 rows on the top blank, so the previous piece can overlap on it and you stitch it. I'm gonna do it my way, a little different, but I still need to leave, I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I did 4. I'm leaving 4 rows unstitched to attach my pieces together. I'm just going to do it a little different. They're not going to overlap. The overlapping is going to be done underneath with another piece of canvas. So this one should have came up, I think, like 2 more stitches, but I ran out of yarn. So when I get to here, I'm just going to cut it here. I'm just going to cut it straight up, just so you don't think I'm messing up on this one. So this one I'm going to go ahead and cut out now. And then on the smaller piece, I'm going to bring the camera down to kind of give you a close-up shot of how I cut it out. So I'm going to start with this one. Oops, I'm just going to follow along my stitches. Because I don't think you can really see what I'm doing from the camera angle. So let me cut this one out. So Tina, I'm so close. I think I'm a little over halfway with these, getting the pieces cut out. And then I will be able to cut one of these out for you. I'm super excited because I want to get it to you so you can stitch along with me. And then the next one I will do will be the snowman. And I do have other projects that I'm working on, so that is why I can't like get this done super fast. I wish I could. I do work on this every week. So this is a little tricky in his crotch right here. Kind of got stuck in there. I don't think he minded too much. Nope. Cutting it up that way is not going to work. I'm going to cut this little piece off because there we go. It's just getting hung up. Now I can go this way. Yeah. This is an awkward shaped piece right here. Okay, I wanted to make sure I wasn't gonna cut any. Alright, so here's where I'm just gonna go straight up. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna need this, so this will go to my desk and get cut into something else. So there's the beginning of his legs, his upper thighs. Okay, so what I'm gonna do for this piece, I'm gonna bring the camera down. And I'm going to set it on my stand here. Let's hope I don't hit any buttons doing this. Okay. And let's see. Let's see if I can do this. It's a pain because hi Kathleen. Wow, hi. I'm fixing to cut out a piece. Tina's asking, did the kit have enough canvas? I have the canvas up here in the basket. So we're gonna find out together. I have not like added my own canvas. I still have plenty of canvas there. So I think it does come with enough, but we will find out together. All right, let me get this. Kathleen, how are you? Somebody came to join us. This is Flat Jesus in all his glory. He's come here to bless us all during this live in his groovy self. All right, I wanted to cut this up close and personal. I just don't know how to do this without knocking the camera on, because let me see how much battery I have and if I can unplug my phone. I can unplug it for a minute. Okay, so let's put that over there. We go. That way it's... Oh no, what happened to my... Oh. Okay. Now see here, I'm not getting... Oh, there they go. Okay, let me put this up here so I can see the comments. Okay, Kathleen. All right, so here we go. I'm going to cut this arm out. All right, so I'm going to start here on this box. I think this phone, I need to put this phone up higher. Maybe I can set them on this box of this little tote thing here. Ah, there we go. And light. Let's go closer. Okay, here we go. Hopefully, come on, phone, stay focused. You can kind of see. I'm not the best at this. I'm cutting this out. There we go. Let me turn it a little this way. A little more light. See how I'm staying right close, real snug up to the edge here. I'm going to give you a close-up view of everything because the scissors are creating a shadow. Let me try this way. Let's see if this way helps. I think so. I don't think I'm going to get any better. Okay, I'm going to just cut this straight across because it'll be easier to finish cutting it on camera. Right, let me get this out of here. There we go. Now I can hold it better. Okay, so there we are on that side. You can kind of see how I'm cutting it. So now I'm going to start over here. And I'm not, you can, wow, my nail's cut. My nail's broke right there. Let me get something to point at. Let me get a pointer. Alright, so I'm not going to cut up close to this stitch. Let me see, I'm going to cut here. This is how I do it. You can cut this bar and then cut this bar, and it'd be a very, very, very snug fit. But I don't like that because then it may, I find it's rougher when you do the outline whip stitching. It's just not as neat, in my opinion. It's a 50-50. You could do it either way. There is no wrong or right way. This is just how I prefer to do it. So I'm going to cut this stitch here. This is why I have trouble cutting out the pattern before the stitching, because it can get cut either way. It's really up to the person stitching it how they prefer. So if I cut, so like Tina, when I cut your Frankenstein, I'm going to cut him this way, just so you know. And then you'll see, like when I start doing the edges, when I whip stitching it, I think it just gives a cleaner and easier look. Let me cut. And there we have it. All right, let me turn the rock around here. So see how clean cut that is? Now see, I did a close one up there by accident. Didn't even realize it. This one, I should have came out one and up. So there's a close one. But that's okay. But see, it's either way. It'll still work. But I like to leave this. It looks like it's a whole extra hole. Now, I could have cut up here. I can, yes. It'll be really snug. It'll be like... Let me get under the light. It'll be like this one. And then, let me see if I can do it. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I don't have the best lighting in here either to show. I just like it this way, I think, because then when I do the stitching, I'm going to do three stitches on each corner. I'm going to do one here, one here, one here, and then I go in here, in the middle here, then here, because then when you go to this side, it's going to be the same way. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and 1 in the middle here. So it's actually, except for this one here, should have been 2. I did mess up on this one. So it's actually being cut the same. See, the stitches are this way, whereas the stitches are this way. So it's just cutting it the same as these stitches, where if I cut it this way, you can't do this inside corner stitch here. See, because the yarn is right here, so you can't do that corner stitch like you do here. So since I'm doing it here, I cut it like this so I can also do it on this side, and then it makes them look the same to me. Let me see if I've got a piece. Okay, see, like my little mushroom here is done that way. If you look, you've got your inside. I don't know if you can see it or not. Stitch here looks exactly, this is cut the same way. The inside stitch and the inside corner stitch here, they look the same. Well, they don't quite look the same if you cut it the other way. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention. I'm sitting here yapping. What am I missing here? Or were you guys just yapping? That's nice. I have been working on my welcome crow. Oh my god, he's looking. Oh, Kathleen, I can't wait to see your welcome crow. Tina, she's asking Tina, how's the snowman auction going? Pretty good. Yeah, the snowman auction actually is pretty slow. I'm surprised that truck tissue box auction is insane. I'm leaving the snowman for you as promised. Thank you. Love that cute. The cute little mushroom is one of my designs too, as well. I don't know if I have the pattern in the Etsy shop. It's a little duo. I'll have to put a post up on Facebook. I just thought they were so cute. Yeah. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe I will make some for next week's auction, because I totally forgot about these guys. Oh, looky there. Nope, doesn't quite stick. Okay, so I have to get better lighting in here. Oh no, it's gonna fall on my light. Okay, so now we have the arm. So I'm gonna put the foam back up above. You'll get a better view of everything up here. Make sure I can do it without. Alright, I'll probably adjust it once or twice. Okay, I hope that helps somebody. Oh, a great wreath. Oh, wouldn't they? What a wonderful idea, Kathleen. You are so correct. I have to put the charger on my phone so I don't die on you lovely ladies. Alright, so that's the main stuff that I wanted to show on today's live. The cuts, so I can do a little stitching and bitching. How about that? For a little bit before I sign off. What do you think? Are you up for a little stitching and bitching? I don't know what I did with the piece I was working on. I was working on, here it is. I was working on the other arm. Now where's the pattern? This pattern, okay. Okay, I started it this way. I'm going up this way. Okay, alright. It doesn't, ouch! God, I just hit my toe. That hurt. Can't hide that. I love my little... Where'd my other one go? I had the other one out here. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. I don't know if you can see that one. Okay, so where are we? What are we doing? What are we up to? Anybody have any questions for me? I know the next pattern I will be designing is the flat robin. I promised a group of elementary kids that I would make a flat robin, and they said that Batman also had to have a girlfriend, so I have to make flat cat. Yeah. And then I want to do a flat Sonic. There's so many flats. I have a request for a couple more Pokemon characters. I have so many requests. It's insane. But I love them. I want to make them all. I really do. I didn't quite, again, get to all the auction cuttings that I wanted to this week. Ow. Wow, a really sharp nail. It's hot here in Florida. It's still cool in the mornings, and then it gets super hot, and it's so dry. How's your ladies' weathers? What's it like up there? Is your weather getting any better up there? Maybe I can get this piece finished and cut out as well. Kathleen says, I am loving the flats. My flat elves all sold out. I'm not surprised. That is the biggest pattern, selling pattern out of all my flats. That flat elf, I can't even tell you how many times it sold just before Christmas. It sells like crazy. And I absolutely love him. He is one of my favorites. But I'm so happy they sold for you. That is great. How many, may I ask how many you made? They all sold out in my crowd. That is awesome. Six! Wow! That is great. And they're fun to stitch up, and you can do so many different ways with them. Here in eastern Pennsylvania, 57 degrees and sunny. Oh, what a beautiful day. Ugh. Tina, you still doing all right? I'm sure you're got your hands full right now. We need some rain. I gotta do one for Halloween. A flat, I think I was gonna do a flat ghost. I could do, there's so many to do for Halloween. Flat jack-o'-lantern, flat witch, flat Frankenstein. I mean, the possibilities for Halloween are endless. But I have to get one done before Halloween. I know I wanted to do a flat Chucky doll. I should make a couple flat L's and see if they'll sell on Etsy too. I bet you they would. See, that's what I want to do. Kathleen says it would be nice to have a much smaller flat Frankenstein for Halloween. It would, wouldn't it? Yeah. I may have to do like a little special voting post or something. Let the people decide. Let the viewers. Something fun. Alright. This is gonna get... Okay, so this is gonna get a little tricky because on the bottom here it's not in... There's no black here, which I don't know why, but it's not. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to count and jump over to this one. Alright, so I'm almost finished with this side. Almost finished. I am finished. After this stitch, I am finished. It really does not do me well to put stuff on my desk up here because, especially when you're working with full pieces, it seems to knock everything over. Okay, so. I have this, my fingernail keeps snagging the yarn. You ever have that problem? You get a snaggly nail and it keeps snagging the yarn. It's all snaggly tooth. Ugh. Alright, let's see. So I just finished this one. So I actually on the second. So let's see, there's 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 2. Ooh, Kathleen says, I am making my welcome crow in deep dark purple instead of black. Used burgundy for suspenders, gave him a bright green hat. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see him. Are you keeping him or is he for your craft sale? He is cute, that crow. Dang it. Good question. I would love to see him sell at the craft show so that somebody else can enjoy him. That is true. Well, you can always give it a try, and if nobody buys them, then that's the sign that you get to enjoy him. I have one more large order I have to finish, and then I can finally start focusing more of my time into stitching and designing. Stitching and designing. I am working on my Easter lights garland. I got most of the lights stitched up while at the in-laws' house over the weekend. Hubby was doing a few little handyman chores for his mother, and I sat at the table and did some stitching. Yeah. I haven't been able to touch it since. But they stitch up so fast. I am in love with garlands. I just didn't realize little garlands, they stitch up quick, and they can add such charm to just about anywhere, because you can hang them just about anywhere and they hang so easily. I'm in love with little garlands. So once I finish with the holiday lights garland set, I'm going to do all the holidays again, but it won't be the lights, it's going to be like little shapes for that holiday. Yes. I love garlands, and I want to design a bunch of them. So look forward to those. So I'll be working on garlands and the next flat member, along with these life-size Herrschner kits. So 2. I almost got this one finished. I'm going to go ahead and finish this one and get it cut out. And then that will be the end of today's live. This nail is driving me up the wall. Okay, where am I? 7, 2, or I gotta do 3. Maybe if I get a chance, I can go live at my desk soon. Tomorrow, I don't think I'll be able to. 4, 2, 3, 7. So, Kathleen, you know how the snowman got kicked off of my Etsy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I don't know why. It didn't give me, like, the exact reason. It talked more about directing traffic outside of Etsy, so I don't understand why it did that. And it's done by their eternal scan, or I don't know, algorithms that scan all new listings. So it wasn't like, I don't think it was a person reported it, or because there was nothing wrong with it. I don't know, but I think that was just my sign, because I know I had a couple Mickey Mouse shapes Etsy took off my account. There was another one where I just thought, wow, I would have never guessed. I can't remember. Oh, I remember one time it was a Pink Panther. That was a long time ago in the beginning. A Pink Panther. Yeah, that's just like the flat elf. When I first made the first post with the flat elf, when I put up the listing for my pattern and the shape, I called it Flat Elf on a Shelf. Nope, Etsy kicked all of the listings off because the term elf on a shelf is copyright. Yep. It's crazy. I mean, it's so difficult sometimes. Hi, Tina. I'm working on tissue box covers, my Grinch stuff, and other little things. Aww. I still have that to do, the Jumbo Grinch. I got it set for me to do. Maybe we can squeeze that in this year too. 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. 2, 3. Come on, I'm so close. Don't start knotting up on me now. What tissue box covers are you working on now, Tina? Anything special? Kathleen says she loves the Grinch stuff. He was my other big seller last November. Yeah, I have a Grinch. Did you get the Grinch ornament shape from my shop? Because that is a big seller, which I'm surprised that didn't get kicked. Oh my god, what's going on here? That's why my flat is the Grinch, not the Grinch. It's Grinch, Greeench. There we go. Nope, because the Grinch is copyright. Grinch is a big seller. I do need to make a flat... I do have a flat grinch. What am I talking about? I did make a flat grinch. I just talked about it. Wow, that wasn't a major brain fart. Okay, I'm kind of embarrassed now. Not really. Okay, I'm just going to use up this black yarn to the end, and then I can cut this one out. Yay, we got another one finished. So I just have one more arm to do, and 2 legs and 2 feet. I want to sell at a craft fair. I know I keep saying it over and over again. I have to keep reminding myself what my goal is. How Alright, let me ask that. When you first started selling, Kathleen, at craft fairs, I mean, obviously you had to first make a bunch of products first. Did you have, like, a lot of stuff on your first craft fair? And did you, like, stitch for a year, or... I don't know, how did you, like, start? Any advice to get to your first craft fair? I hold my yarn with the needle hanging down and it unwinds. Yeah, that does help. It's my nail on my thumb here. It's got this jagged spot and it keeps grabbing on. I don't even know how to start. I mean, I know you gotta have product. That's obvious. But then what? I know our little downtown, which is only like 2 miles from me, holds lots of little events. I'm sure I can rent a booth there one time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2... Yes, I did. Kathleen says, I mostly had small items at my first show, but now I work on something every day and have a bigger inventory. Yeah, because you get to build up while you work every day. Yeah, I pretty much do. Well, not every. I do have to take a break, but I wish I could stitch every day. 1, 2. I keep losing my play. Okay. 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. Now, how long have you been selling at craft fairs? Because there's a lot of other people, you know, that they want to start up and they don't know how to start either. So your answers are not just helping me. I hope. Tina says, I'm trying to work on stuff every day to get some inventory to start selling. Man, I wish we lived closer. Could you imagine the 3 of us we could sell together? How fun would that be? 3. Okay, 1 and 2. So 3 and 2. Oh, I have another question for you. This is only my 2nd year for shows. Well, you seem to be doing pretty good at it, so... do you just, like, accept cash for payment, or do you have other ways to... Do you have, like, a Square? Do you do, like, Venmo or Cash App? Just... I'm curious how that works. Okay, I'm going to end this because I can't concentrate and talk at the same time. I'm not well prepared. Alright, let's cut this one out, and then I have to go make dinner. Flat Jesus says so. Okay, so when I get up to here, it's going to be a little tricky. because I didn't stitch this. So I'm going to leave a little extra up here when I cut this out. Just until I get that stitched. Cash and vendors will get a credit card machine for the fall show. Oh. Do you think you'll get more sales when you accept credit cards? I know most people these days pay with card or an app. A lot of them like to do the touch nowadays. There's so many ways to pay anymore. It's insane. Okay, so this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna just go up 8. I'd rather be safe than sorry. And then I'm gonna go 1 past this way. Alright. There we have it. What did I do with the other arm? So here's his arm. Let's see how this goes. And then the hand. So they have it where the hand is going to attach. Oh no, I think they had this on top. I don't think I like how that looks. Kathleen says not necessarily, most everyone paid with cash. Really? See? That just shows how much I don't know. Okay, so the hand. And this is the left arm. So this is the left arm. Okay. So they have it to where it's like this. So this is how it looks. They have it. And I kind of... Okay, so this right here isn't all going to be on here. This is a little extra. That's what's throwing it off. Yeah, because I got to sew that. But still, I'm kind of thinking of the hand on top. I don't know. We're going to test that theory. We're going to try both ways. You think this... How much do you think you would sell this Frankenstein for? The kit... To buy the kit, plus the kit also comes with all the yarn, which I'm going to get a price on how much I charge just to cut the shapes. At the end, I'll also how many sheets it took. Did I write that down? Yes. So it came with 8 artist sheets and 4 standard sheets, 8, 9, 10. So 12 sheets it comes with. But he would. How much? I'm just curious how much you think you would list him for, because that's a lot of time to stitching. I'm curious. I personally don't think he should go less than $100. Because he is truly a one-of-a-kind. This is a craft. It's a talent not everybody possesses, and it's a lot of work. You think he would sell for more than 100? Curious. Curious. Alright, so that's going to be all I do on today's live. Oh, yes. I have to go make dinner. So if anybody has any questions, if anybody's watching this at a later date, please don't hesitate to put your comments, suggestions, questions, problems, issues, or just something you want to share in the comments below. I would love, love, love to hear from you. I'd like to meet other crafters. Could go higher with the right crowd. I agree, Kathleen. I just know I don't think he should ever be sold for less than 100. To me, that's like the bare minimum. I always say go a little high, and then you can always come down a little. Possibly 150. Because you can't go into any store and buy it. You can't go anywhere and buy them. I would imagine there's not too many people making and selling him. I don't know, you have to do a Google search. It's possible. There might be one or two out there, but not many. I'd be curious to see how long it would take to make if you worked on them every single day. I wish I could. Maybe when I start doing the snowman, I'll be able to spend more time on the snowman. That would be nice. That would be really nice. Alright, does anybody have any questions for me right now before I end the live? Oh, I have to stand up. That means I have to stretch my knee. Oh my goodness, it's stiff. We are almost there. My little lovelies. We are almost there. I will continue working on the borders for the other pieces. Maybe I can get the rest of them all stitched up so that we can cut them out on the next live, and then I can start doing the real stitching. Okay, so I'm going to end today's live. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me. This would not be near as much fun without you. What's going on? I can't get the phone out of this holder. There we go. So you guys enjoy your hump day, and I will see you on the next one. Happy stitching.